Okay. Yeah, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Had I been figuring that out just right, I still have a little piece of track left. I could have measured that out first. I should have. My loss is your gain. Because now, if I ever have one little patch that I need that's 3.5 inches by 3.5, I don't have it with these other two pieces here, do I? With whatever I have left. Obviously, this 1.25 inch, I could have made that work probably in a pinch, but you know, I didn't. Okay. Because I want to put it on that lip far enough because I'm going to get some screws down in there. You watch. Okay. At least to there. I think I'm going to overlap that just a little. Get my little chisel out. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. You know, when you're doing remodeling stuff, you just have to kind of go with the flow and know that it's not brand new construction. Sometimes you have to do things unorthodox. I've never seen a strip like this up against the wall, such as this. Okay. There we go. That looks about even, Steven. Okay, make sure I don't have it up too high. And this one, I don't think I'm going to use my nails, my ice pick, because this isn't gonna spin on me. Okay, before I screw that down all the way, I want to get this other end, make sure I'm pushed up there as far as I can. Okay, that looks pretty straight. Looks like, oh, I see. I'm hitting something right there. Damn it. It's a little piece of wood, obviously. Come on. I'm trying to slip it underneath the wood, the part that I split off, and it's just not wanting to do it. Okay. I think I got it back far enough. Yeah, that'll work. I think. No, I'm just not happy with that. Okay. I'm gonna tap away. Oh, that's what it is right there. Let's see if that will do it. There. There, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I said I'm liking it, but I think I can do better. Come on. There. All right. I thought this was just going to be a short little video. Try not to mess up the bottom of that baseboard any more than I have to, right? Okay. Thinking, well, one last little spot here. Okay. All right. Let's see what that does. I want to get it in there so I have enough so I can put some screws on that back once I get the front. Okay. I think it's just easier to tack this with my scratch awl first. I got to make sure this is down nice and smooth and flat. For when the guys put their 5/16 vinyl flooring. Yes, is it 5/16? Yeah, 5/16. Geez. Flooring. That doesn't seem very thick, does it? It's a free floating floor that they're going to install. And you know, when they come out, I'm going to run the video camera a little bit on that too. Provided that they let me. I think they will. This is puckering a little bit. I got plenty of screws, so of course I'm going to put some more in. Oh, look at that. I must be right on top of a nail. Come on. I like this impact drill. Regular drills, lots of times they'll stop after a certain tightness. Okay, now I can do this inward. I didn't do that end one tight because I thought I may have to do a little wiggle room. Okay, see now I can maybe get some back here and wedge it down. And see, that's right underneath the baseboard. Their vinyl flooring is going to be on the outside, and then I'm going to end up putting 5/8 quarter round on there. Okay? This is just going to secure the back. I could just leave it out, but you know me. I want to get it tight. I don't want anything coming in there. I got to be mindful of the bottom of the base. I really don't want to hit that anymore than I have to. If I tag it just a bit, I know my 5/8 quarter round is going to cover it. 5/8, it might be 11/16, like between 5/8 and 3/4. See, I'm just on that back edge that I had to chisel out. Okay, there's my first piece. And see, now I've got my flashing for this next bit. Let's see, and I can butt it up to it or just slightly overlap it, hardly any overlap. And then I'll check that out. Then I've got a little piece there. See, I got plenty of flashing. See, you see what I mean? I could have measured that slightly different, cut the track so I had, you know, 10-inch, 6 or 7 inch piece of track left and a little strip, and then I could have used that for bigger patches. But that's okay. Next time I'm at the store, I'll get another 10-foot piece of track. And you know, I just have an SUV, so what I do is I take my 10 snips in with me. I just take them in and my tape measure. I get the 10-foot piece of track, I cut it in half, and I take it up to the front desk. Tell them it's just, you know, one charge. It's a 10-foot piece. Make sure they don't charge me twice for, you know, because the tag's going to be on just one. And then I'll have two 5-foot pieces of that track, and I used all the rest of that track for all kinds of different flashings and different things. When I fixed a dry rot deck, I had to demo it, and then I had to piecemeal it back all together. And let me tell you, the flashing really came in handy for when I needed it. If you want to see how I did that on fixing that deck, I'm not sure what I've titled it. Might be drywall deck repairs or something like that on my channel. Go to my main channel page and click on playlists and scroll down to where you find it and have at it. Oh man, that thing took me forever to get done. I had to rip the whole thing apart. There was dry rot in there, and you'll learn all kinds of things, believe you me, if you watch that entire video series. Okay, parts 1 through whatever, episodes 1 through whatever. Have fun with that. Okay, onward with the rest of my flashing repair right here. Okay, how's that? That's how I'm going to fix that. I'll show you the end of it in a minute. Yes, make sure you sweep up after yourself when you're done. Here you go. How's that looking? That look way better. And there was even a little piece over here, and I put that little piece in there. See, that's how you do. That's how you do things. You don't have to ask anybody. You got the material, you got the knowledge, you got the know-how. You can do these things. And it's really not that difficult. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time and effort, but anything worthwhile takes time and effort, doesn't it? Now see there, I got a couple little pieces of flashing for later on. So I'm going to save that. I can make round circles out of that. I can make little L-shaped brackets, other little patches like that if I need them anywhere. Or you'd be surprised how many times you could use a little L-shaped bracket, and maybe if you had just some little pieces of sheet metal flashing, you can do it. Store that in your garage up on a shelf and be ready for your next project.